Okay, guys, full access. Zimmerman, the prestigious Rising Phoenix Women's Bodybuilding invitation only, and it's good to see that it's $10,000 for first prize and not those 3,000. Correct?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed this one. Like, I think it was the best event of the year for the women bodybuilding fans and all the athletes and everything. So, very excited to go through all of this. And to all the athletes, it was stacked, and it was probably the best lineup I saw this year.
16 girls in. A lot of girls dropped out. Sadly, not a lot of girls. 3 girls dropped out. We're going to talk about 2 girls first that did not make the top 10. And the first one, in my opinion, should have been way, 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 way higher. Marilyn Yee comes out, and it looks like conditioning maybe of the night. We didn't see her next to any of the great athletes, so we don't really know, but tremendous condition for Marilyn Yee. Lower body, obviously, very dominant, but still tremendous condition in a lineup where a lot of the girls did not bring it. She was 14th as we take a look at her conditioning, Zimmerman. Explain. Only 14th.
Yeah, that was the I don't know what to say. The hardest conditioning on stage, the most like etched abdominal wall in the lineup,
Yes.
visible serratus detail, grainy skin, this paper skin, extreme separation everywhere, delt head, quad division, triceps, clearly like outstanding condition of the night, how you would call it. The quads are exceptional for her size, like overpowering still, but she came up with her upper body. But sharp erector, lower back detail, everything was in. It was a perfect peak in my opinion, and that should be definitely rewarded.
You saw her next to girls in that last call out that were just not in well, some were in I don't want to go into mention who was not in shape, but it was clearly very strange. And I would have her as high as 8th place or 9th. Where would you have her?
At least I would say 8th to 7th, something there. Definitely top 10. Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's take a read. I was very disappointed in the package of Dion. I don't know what really happened. This is a multi-time Olympian, multiple pro show winner, and she writes on her Instagram, felt pretty. We knew this wasn't going to be my best look, and that's okay. That's what she wrote on her Instagram. After this, Zimmerman, tough one. We predicted her very high up. She was 11th place, and this was not the conditioning whatsoever what we used to seeing of her. But what she writes after there, Zimmerman, it's okay. I felt pretty. Maybe this was just like, it's an honor to be invited to the Rising Phoenix, so she just want to be there. What do you think?
Yes, I think so. It must be the case, because if you don't feel like your best, you don't probably compete at such a big show. That's why some athletes also dropped out, probably, or maybe because
like Ava Malilo, for instance.
Ava Malilo, exactly. She said it also that she just wasn't ready for this, and then she dropped out. And in my opinion, it's okay. Both is okay, of course. It needs to be okay for the athlete, but I think the list was out like in the beginning of the year, so you can definitely, like, I don't know, did she have done any shows this year?
No.
Yeah, so I don't really don't understand this.
No.
Because if you a lot of women would like to compete at the Rising Phoenix, and they would give their all. So yeah, it's up to them, up to each athlete. But I cannot relate this.
No,
really.
no. It's okay. Let's take a look, girls, that made the first call out. We are looking at first. Salika Given comes out. Zimmerman, great aesthetics, great bubbliness, round, 3D, upper body, phenomenal. Everything is there. It's just the conditioning in the lower body is not where it needs to be. And she was moved out all the way out on the side of the first call out. So she wasn't really a factor at this event. This is an event she could have definitely been in the top 3 if she was on. What do you like about Salika, Zimmermann?
I really like the X-frame because she's so short and she has one of these best natural lines. These wide shoulders over a small waist, the clean taper front and from the back. The delts are round, capped. The arms are full. She's popping. Good separations in the upper body. The quads, good sweep and also separation. But as soon as she turns around, she's the least like, yeah, she's dense, but not, especially in the lower body. She is like, carries not so much muscle as she's doing in the upper body first. And then she's not that conditioned, of course. We need to, she looks like not a bit softer in the glutes, especially hamstrings all over. And upper body was okay, but still not grainy and hard. So if she improves her condition and has a little bit more of a lower body, like from the back, she's absolute one for every show and being in the first.
I would definitely like to see a year off, build the legs, and I don't know who's the coach, but they don't seem to figure out her conditioning. I don't know if it's the coach. I don't know if it's her. I would love to see something happen there now because she's not that young, and we don't want to waste all this time on shows she could have won or win. Because if she was in shape here, she could be as high as top 3.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. She can be there. She's, like I said, she's good and okay conditioned, but not like dry or anything.
No.
And that should be, as she competed earlier this year in the Triple O already, fixed till late August.
Haley McGrath, I have no idea who it is, Zimmermann. Completely new girl, comes in, thick conditioning was not spectacular, but it out-conditioned some of the girls like Salika, like Chelsea, like Mela, like Chikaro, like not Gabriela, like I don't know who, like Georgiana. So she had enough condition to take out some of the names. I would prefer Salika over her, but still, Haley, there's a good density there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I also didn't knew her before. Sorry for that, but she came pretty much out of nowhere. Yeah, really like her look. So cannot say much. Was a big surprise, and we like that. If there are some surprises in the first, top 10. Not much to say for this. Agree with you here. Yeah.
Nadia Zimmermann, top 6 Olympian. She comes in her same condition. She was in great condition. This was great conditioning. Here you can see the detail in the physique. She's exactly how Nadia looks, Zimmermann.
Yeah.
But she got no looks, and she was removed from that Patty, Rania, Sherry, Megan thing there.
I don't understand. I really don't like. She has the widest shoulder girl in the group, like round delts, chest thick, deep pec striations from the back, big wide back, strong lat flare, and good details also throughout the mid back. The glutes and hams were on, thick with clear separation, so no real issues here.
No.
Still very good condition, not as hard as she was before, but still like still outstanding.
So does this mean that all of a sudden, Rania, Priyami, Patty, and now Megan is surpassed a top 6 Olympian who was just like she always is? Maybe she could have been a tad harder, maybe, but Zimmermann, she wasn't even given a look into that call out with those 4 girls for the top 3 to 6 spot. She was removed instantly.
She's slightly out of that balance top to bottom with
but so does Hunter and so does Priyami. And
yeah, that's true. she has a long torso. It costs maybe her proportions and
Yeah, but she's top 6
the weight
Olympia now. Come on, long
makes her
torso. Yeah. But this
yeah.
has nothing to do with this. Remember, Patty
What
has
else?
never been to the Olympia.
What else can it be then?
No
It's really
idea.
like
Just
I
you.
said, all the good things I said about Nadia, I really agree on this. It's only like maybe the waist look longer than it is because
Yeah,
of the
but
long
she's always
torso,
had this waist. It was never been
but
an
then
issue
this is
before.
like I really don't think that the judges are like when you have like 10 girls in front of you, you're thinking about this. So this is just my structure recap of
Yeah.
Nadia because thickness, condition, fullness was everything was there. So
Yeah.
you try to find out what happened, but we
Next
cannot
girls in the
do
top
anything.
there. Patty Hansen finishes 6. As you see her presentation, great legs, side shots, very good. Conditioning, good. She's very close to the last show. She has a lot of density. She has perfect tan. We know her strengths and weaknesses. She has muscle and in shape, and that's why she's in this top 6.
Yes, she's looking that full because she has small joints like wrists and knees and ankles, and that reads fuller than actually her mass is because she's not that crazy mass monster like a
No.
Megan or so. We don't want to call anyone monster here, but you know what I mean. Hard look, good conditioning, but overall the smallest in this top 6 lineup here.
Yeah.
And like you said, we know her weaknesses, but very good showing.
Rania comes in, probably the best ambassador for women's bodybuilding we have off stage and with on stage as well, but specifically off stage with her YouTube, with her professionalism, with her constantly promoting the sport, Zimmerman, the way she's climbed this fast professionally. And she comes in with a lot of hype. She comes in fuller, bigger, hard. She's in good conditioning. And she looks great. And she manages to beat 6 former Olympians, I think, into top 5 in her second season as a pro. This is very good signs for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and a great finishing and end of this season. But I prefer her harder look. Like, for example, in Tampa, she was her at her absolute best, I think.
And she was less full, you mean, because of the a little bit of the midsection, yeah?
A little bit, yeah, the midsection, and also she has such a good balance that you don't need to play this size game, as she's also very big and very muscular.
But she's
So
meeting a lot of big girls in this show, Zimmerman.
yeah,
Could
because
it?
she's still like one of the next big things for the next years, definitely. And even if you're a bit less hard, that doesn't mean she's that weak. But that maybe was a problem to not coming into that top 3, like really close to Megan. But yeah, still a very great package, great season for her. Yeah, great
So
showing
this was a
overall.
fuller look. Atlanta was like a more was it Atlanta where she lost to Lita. That was her best look. What was that? That was Tampa, or was
I
it
think
Atlanta?
Atlanta was it? No, Atlanta was her best. Atlanta
Yeah,
was
where she lost
she
versus
got
Alida.
tighter. Exactly.
It was a little bit
So
like flatter, tighter look. This is a more
yeah,
fuller.
yes, exactly. And I prefer the tighter look. I think from the front, she needs to improve a bit because from behind she wins nearly everything. The front last relaxed is, in my opinion, her least impressive shot. She's a rear view athlete because when she turns around, glutes, hams at this age, it's crazy developed because normally you need to work on the back. Yeah, so it's very interesting what's coming for her, and definitely one of the best ambassadors for the sport because she's very active on Instagram and YouTube. and combines everything very well with the sport. So
Shuri Priyami, the most improved athlete from last show to this show. Well, that depends because Lavinia Barros is probably the most improved. But from this season to this, when it comes to the looks, Shuri Priyami, and now we almost saw the Priyami from the past when it comes to the conditioning. Now there's nothing like loose hanging there in the glutes, hams. She's peeled, and when she's peeled, it's a different physique. Tremendous. The upper body is still there, back thickness, and when she poses, everything comes alive because she got so much density. It's just a little bit, the quads from the front is an issue, but that's always been a little bit of an issue. But her conditioning and that graininess got rewarded all the way up to top 4 over Anya there. What do you think, Shuri Priyami?
Yeah, very dense, and her best look this season, definitely. She improved every show. Good separation. I think overall, just she needs more size overall. The condition was good now. She just needs more size, what she has lost over the past year or so. And she also, like, the quads are full, but it lacks a bit of a quad sweep overall, and also the back. Yeah, I'm really happy for her that she made a top 4 in her comeback year. So congratulations here at this point, and definitely deserved it.
Great for her. I really hope, to be honest, that if she had health problems, I don't know what the health problems was, but at her age, 52, 51, you know, sometimes it's good. Like, she actually delivered her best conditioning this year at the Rising in the top 4. It wouldn't be bad to walk away now, Zimmermann. I'm just thinking about health. I don't think there's much to do on the bodybuilding stage after 50 with the hormones involved. This could be a good way to retire, but that's all obviously on her, because pushing for size as age 51, Zimmermann, that's not going to happen, bro.
That's not to suggest. We don't know what's going on, so we are aware of this, but I really think that was the best outcome she could. Yes, okay, maybe a top 3 finishing and going back to the Olympia, but I think this is a very, very good ending for her, and she can be definitely proud of this season and her comeback and everything. When everyone told her, maybe like after the first show, oh, that was not the Priyami, what happened? She improved, and so I don't think there can be a much better
highlight of the year almost.
Yeah.
The incredible. What do we call her? What's her nickname?
We need a nickname for Megan Morrison.
I don't know, man. Megan Morrison, man. The next big thing, huh?
Me to ask her. So maybe she has already won. I don't know. Ask Cameron, her coach.
So she got a special invite after being told she's the women's physique. There was no judge that called her women's bodybuilding. Yeah. She was clearly, her structure is like big man structure. She could never be into the women's physique Olympia top places versus the petite Natalia Coelho and so forth. She asked for an invitation. She got one day later. She comes in, and her structure is probably the best of the whole lineup. Did you see her next to Andrea Shaw in the front? I do not understand what was going on. And Megan Morrison, and she did not beat the other girls on conditioning. It wasn't that. It was just, she was in good condition, but she was not harder than Priyami. No. Or she wasn't specifically harder than Nadia either. Yeah. She just took them out on the structure there, Zimmermann. And she came into the top 3 with the craziest structure, huge structure, great legs, just the flow of the physique with the conditioning and a beautiful face and the hair makeup, you know, the female, you know what I mean? And she was, even though the shoulders and arms aren't there, and also we need more back depth in the middle, as they said, that was pretty clear, you know, in the middle part of the back, upper middle. Yeah. But Zimmermann, top 3 in the pro women's bodybuilding debut and going to the Olympia.
Yeah. And like clearly there's no like debate of does she belong there? Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. Clearly the biggest girl in the whole lineup, as she's taller also and
When you
much
say
more
biggest, you mean taking up space, as Lavinia Barros is
taking.
now a mass monster.
Yeah, she's denser and like looking bigger, even she's smaller. But Megan looks like impressive because she's so tall and big, you know. So she's definitely not women's physique, in my opinion. But that's okay. They said it without saying by in inviting her. Um, yes, she need more thickness in her mid back, probably. That's it. As well as she needs more arms. But great showing
So, and
yesterday,
shoulders.
and shoulders. Yeah, agree too. So yeah, very happy and definitely hyped for what's coming at the Olympia.
We see now the girls in that battle: Patty, Sherry, Rania, Megan. As we're looking at the callouts here, this is the battle for third to sixth. I saw Megan as top three almost the entire time, but I could make a case for Rania also at times.
Yes, agree.
I like the balanced upper lower body of Rania a little bit better than Priyami's and Patty's upper lower body balance. Conditioning is important. I saw Priyami has the best condition probably out of those, but you know the upper lower body for me, you know the symmetry it's more important.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then not more important, but if you don't have that, come on. But I saw Megan, even though with the arms and shoulders not really there, her conditioning is good. Or she takes up a lot of space. She's winning a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Clear top three here, wouldn't you say? Or and
Absolutely.
if not, who would you have in there close to her?
Still Rania.
Yeah.
Still Rania. Because she's like the total package, you know. So even Priyami is more conditioned. I think it's still Rania in the top three. As I like overall the overall package more. Even Priyami's a bit more conditioned here. Rania still have this beautiful look overall. Even she wasn't as hard as before. So
Andrea
clear,
Shaw, Zimmermann comes in. Legs have exploded again. You see your legs to Andrea Shaw is getting bigger and bigger. Hams, glutes, you're like huge right now. Still beautiful, feminine, streamlined, aesthetically pleasing, tiny waist. Condition, not her best condition. Still good, but not her Olympia condition. As you know, this is a warm-up show, as she said.
yes.
Incredible, Andrea Shaw. Lavinia Barros, her best ever condition. Density added all over. On like crazy for Lavinia in the presentations, correct?
Yeah, I agree on all. Yes.
Let's
I
take
think-
a look at the top two now. This is the most important of the whole event because it's a clear two athletes on a complete different level here than the rest when it comes to muscle. Really, really muscle. This is muscle, these two girls. They have real upper body, lower body, no real weaknesses, muscle density, freak factor. As we take a look at them now in the top two, front lat spread. Barros thicker in the lower to upper, like when you see upper and lower. Andrea not as maybe thick lower upper, like upper is not as thick as Andrea looks like. Andrea looks not as thick as Barros in the upper, but she has a better, much smaller waist, Andrea.
Yeah.
Front lat there. What do you like? Who do you like?
I like just Lavinia's symmetry also, and like the small waist and.
Andrea has a
Everything-
smaller waist. What do you mean small waist? What in Lavinia here or?
No, you asked me about what I like in Lavinia
Yeah.
here. Yes. But this freak factor, like you said, because we're talking here now about really like 1 to 2% between Andrea and Lavinia, because they are completely different when it comes to size and conditioning, you know? Every athlete has its strong and weak points, but here you really need to have a close look if there are any weak points at all. And in the beginning, I was thinking like, is Andrea looking a bit smaller in the upper body? But it's just that Lavinia is so muscular and so dense that when they stand to next to each
So in
other,
the front lat spread, who do you
it's
have?
crazy. I have Lavinia this
Front
winning.
double, crazy
Lavinia.
thickness in Lavinia. Andrea, crazy quads, tiny waist, proper X shape there, yeah? On Andrea and that front double.
Yeah.
Biceps are peaked up in the sky on Andrea, mountains of biceps. Lavinia also have tremendous biceps. She's harder. Front double. Front lat, I'm having Lavinia. Front double, I like the shape of Andrea better.
Okay.
More dramatic. What do you like in the front double?
I like Lavinia because of her arms and like overall thickness here again, combined with a small waist. But that's just my personal preference, as it can go either way here. But also, as Lavinia was at her best conditioning wise, in my opinion, ever. It was really tough between like I don't remember someone that close in the past years beating Andrea Shaw. So I have here Lavinia too. Let's go to the
side chest.
Definitely Andrea.
Lavinia has the thicker, crazy thickness in the lower body with the conditioning. Split glutes there.
Yeah.
Arms look bigger, delts look bigger in this pose.
Yeah.
But when you go to the right, Andrea, she's got better flow, crazy arms. She hits the pose better. And one thing is very important. The chest takes away the entire pose for Lavinia here because the implants are a big distraction in the side chest, Zimmermann, as you can see, and it takes away the flow.
Yes, agree. And also how she hits the shot.
Yeah.
As well. Okay. Well, Andrea's wider, but this one is clear in my opinion. This one goes to Andrea.
Back double by. Lavinia's a monster here.
Yes.
Look at the hams and the glutes on Lavinia from the back. Look at the conditioning in the hamstrings. Thickness in the back. Andrea is a wider person. Wow, I see. Andrea doesn't have the same lats as Lavinia from the back.
Yeah. And Lavinia's harder, definitely.
Yeah,
you can see it here in the glutes. Yes.
And the thickness in the back, she's thicker in the back.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. Back double goes to Lavinia, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Side triceps. Man, this is put on a pose. Look at Andrea.
With Andrea's triceps, I don't think we need to add anything to this.
Look at the triceps and the waist and the chest area, bro.
Best side triceps ever. I think also when you compare this to like everyone is not even near anything because the triceps is so beautiful, shaped, full, everything. Her arms are just like her legs. Nothing comes near to that. So this ones go to Andrea as well. So what do we have now? 3-2 in poses or?
Andrea Shaw, Lavinia, abs and thigh. None of them are hitting a real abs and thigh. This is a female version, variated, you know. It's not a clear abs and thigh to either of them. I don't like this pose as much because I like to see a regular abs and thigh. This is like something that's been created lately in women's bodybuilding, you know, because they don't hit it from the front. I don't know why.
From Andrea, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Everyone's doing it now. But Andrea's got the abs in this shot. She got crazy quads in this shot. She also has lats in this shot. And she has the chest is nice and like natural. Lavinia has more delts, more arms. She's thicker, but the waist is also thicker. And she has the chest area very filled out there. In the abs and thigh, I go Andrea.
Yeah, agree. Andrea, yes.
Back lat spread.
Big lat spread, exactly. Yeah.
Who do you have there? Because here we have some of the same things as the back double by. The thickness in the hams of Lavinia, thickness in the glutes, hams, conditioning, and a thicker back.
Yeah, and that, because of the conditioning, which is definitely a touch better than Andreas, I also have here Lavinia winning this shot. But because of the back, it can go also to Andrea because it's.
But who has? But Lavinia has a better back, yeah.
Yeah, slightly, yes.
Thicker.
Thicker and with a better conditioning. This is going to Lavinia.
Overall, both are great size. Lavinia has better condition. Lavinia has clearly better condition.
Yeah.
Andrea has a much tighter waist, like a very clear waist advantage because you can see clearly her waist there in the side tri, in the abs and thigh, in the side chest.
Yeah, we need to take in consideration if this was a warm-up show and you're like still the clear winner, you're just not from this planet, and it's all the time it will go to you, and then we will see a much even crazier Andrea Shaw at the Olympia.
It was a perfect scores win, Zimmermann, meaning not one judge. Well, if they threw out away some scores, okay, but of the judges, the score counted. Not one judge saw Lavinia winning. Meaning, bro, a warm-up show for Andrea with a perfect score over a perfect for Lavinia, who had the most improved physique from last year to this year.
Yeah.
This tells you that Andrea is not beatable, bro.
No, exactly.
Not beatable.
It's not beatable, no. And yeah, I think that was the chance for someone like back in the day, like Angio, when she was beating Andrea. But she's on a different level, Andrea, and that's absolutely fine. We don't have any problems winning her. We just say it's close, and Lavinia also could have taken this one. I, in my opinion, just like more shots this time of Lavinia next to Andrea. But it's still very close, and
Zimmermann, how are they going to beat her? This was a warm-up show. You could clearly see she was 5 weeks out in her, like 4 weeks out in her conditioning, kind of, Andrea. And now she has those 4 weeks to get tighter.
Yes.
That her physique will be even more impressive. And then there's no chance for Ashley and Lavinia, because this was Lavinia's best, and she still lost by a perfect score. It cannot beat a Shaw. It's not possible.
You don't beat an Andrea Shaw.
No.
Not as long as Andrea is competing. I predict you don't gonna beat Andrea, and there will be no other Miss Olympia. And that's for a reason. And that's totally fine. Because she's like dominating as Linda Murray, as Iris Kyle. This is an era which will come to an end sooner or later. But for now, Andrea is the benchmark.
I hope you guys enjoyed this little longer wrap-up of the Rising Phoenix. Remember, Women's Physique is going to be out, if it's not even out. And then we will be back with the Full Access Weekly. And then we are going to Romania with all the best coverage on the Full Access channel. And Zimmermann, you thought you had one in Sarah there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So did I.
It is what it is, yeah. It's sad, but maybe we have a touch-up on the next episode there, but we will see. Yeah. There are more shows to come, and it's all fine.
Yeah. Okay, guys, remember to subscribe and leave in the comments, who did you have, Lavinia or Andrea, and why? And how far can Megan Morrison go at this Olympia? And who got robbed the most, Nadia or Marilyn? Give us some comments, and we are out.